This is a full breakdown of the proposed Washington Township Board of Education budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. We'll cover where every dollar goes, what it means for your property taxes, and when you can have your say. Washington Township's Board of Education is finalizing its school budget for the 2026 to 2027 school year. The full annual total hasn't been published yet, but the board has formally requested over $8.4 million in school taxes just to cover the next 8 weeks of operations. That works out to roughly $1 million in tax-funded spending every week. By far the biggest piece of any New Jersey school budget is staff. Salaries and benefits typically account for 60 to 70% of operating costs. This year's agenda shows significant turnover, including retirements of teachers with 24 to 30 years of service. Whether each of those positions gets refilled is itself a budget decision. Special education is a legally mandated cost the district cannot cap. The April 28 agenda authorizes out-of-district placements as high as $73,500 per student per year. One-to-one aides for individual students range from about $39,000 to nearly $50,000 annually. These placements are required by federal and state law. Getting students to school and keeping the buildings running is another major spending area. The district is renewing its contract with Holcomb Transportation for trips and sports, paying in-house bus drivers nearly $30 an hour, and continuing HVAC service contracts. Aging school buildings make facility maintenance a steady and growing line item. 2 notable program changes are visible in the documents. The board is leasing classroom space from the Pittman Board of Education, suggesting the preschool program is expanding capacity, and a new online assessment platform called Linkit is being rolled out across all grade levels, from preschool through 12th grade. Smaller but visible categories include athletics and student activities. The budget covers drug testing for student athletes, the senior class trip, prom venues, and full athletic schedules. Food service operates as a largely self-supporting fund, paid for through meal sales and federal reimbursements, rather than the main tax levy. Here's what homeowners want to know. How much more will I pay? The tax levy is the share of the budget funded by your property taxes, and New Jersey law generally caps annual increases at 2%. If Washington Township stays within that cap, a typical homeowner should see an increase in the low single digits. The exact dollar figure will be presented April 28. Several issues remain genuinely open for public input. Multiple veteran teachers are retiring, and the board has not committed to replacing everyone. The lease with Pittman raises questions about where preschool will be housed, and a special education supervisor position is also turning over. These staffing and program decisions are still on the table. One source of tension this year is timing. The publicly posted agendas for March 31 and April 28 do not include the actual dollar figures for the new budget. The total, the tax levy, and per pupil spending are all in attachments not reproduced in the agenda text. Residents have to attend the April 28 meeting or request the user-friendly budget to see the numbers. Here's the schedule. The tentative budget was adopted March 31 and sent to the county superintendent for review. A work session followed on April 21. The final adoption vote, along with the legally required public hearing, happens April 28. The new fiscal year begins July 1. Residents have several ways to weigh in before the vote. The April 28 meeting at the Eileen Abbott Central Administration Building includes 2 open public comment periods and the formal budget hearing. You can also submit written comments in advance to Board Secretary Janine Wechter, or contact individual board members through the district website. The meeting will be live-streamed for those who can't attend in person. That's the full budget breakdown. The complete written deep dive is available free at New Jersey Washington Town GTL, substack.com. Subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you find this useful, a small donation at ko-fi.com/govthrillene helps keep this reporting free and independent.